Romero. Garcia versus
Rolando Romero is doing everything in his power to turn his fight against Ryan Garcia into a war before they even step into the ring on May 2nd in Times Square. The moment Garcia's suspension ends, he's getting thrown straight into a heated battle, and Rolando is making sure it's personal. He isn't just selling the fight, he's attacking Garcia in every way possible, calling him a fake, a wannabe model, and a fighter who hasn't improved since their old sparring days. Garcia, never one to back down from a war of words, is responding in his usual fashion, making this one of the most explosive build-ups boxing has seen in years. If they land, they can do some damage. And Ryan Garcia, look, it's been about a year now. He's hungry. He's hungry to get back on top. This fight, headlining the Riyadh season event under Turki Al-Sheikh's organization, has all the makings of a street brawl rather than a technical boxing match. With the bright lights of Times Square serving as the battleground, the tension between Garcia and Romero is only getting worse with each passing day. The undercard is stacked, featuring Devin Haney taking on Jose Ramirez and Teofimo Lopez clashing with Arnold Barboza. But let's be real, the spotlight is on the two men who genuinely hate each other.
Don't try too much. Rolly's going to give you everything you want. So kind of just going to let the fight come to me, and then I'm going to take over. I'm a better fighter all around. So I feel like
Garcia, coming off a controversial suspension for violating the substance abuse policy, is finally getting his chance to put the drama behind him. His win over Haney in April 2024 should have been the biggest moment of his career, but the weight issues and suspension left a cloud over that victory. Now, after a full year of stewing over everything, he's stepping back into the ring with a point to prove. He's not just fighting Rolando, he's fighting every critic who said his career was over. And Rolando, he's trying to make sure Garcia never gets a moment of redemption.
Bring on Rolly. He's part of PBC. We already ran it once with PBC. I need to get my get back. So I'm going to beat Rolly, and we're going to have that. I just pray to God, pray to God.
Rolando's trash talk isn't just standard pre-fight hype, it's personal. His comments to Ring magazine made it clear that he sees Garcia as nothing more than an Instagram star pretending to be a fighter. He just wants to be a model, Rolando sneered. The only thing I'm interested in right now is Ryan Garcia. I don't think he has evolved as a fighter. He does the same stuff. These words carry weight, especially since Rolando has first-hand experience with Garcia from their sparring days under Abel Sanchez. In his eyes, King Rai hasn't changed. He's still the same flashy kid with speed but no substance. And let's not forget, Rolando has a chip on his shoulder after his disastrous fight with Isaac Pitbull Cruz. That loss wasn't just a setback, it was an embarrassment. He got bullied and stopped, and now he's got something to prove. What better way to erase that humiliation than by knocking out one of boxing's biggest names in the heart of New York City? Garcia, though, isn't exactly shaking in his boots. He's dealt with worse criticism and bigger fights. Say what you want about his antics, social media outbursts and off-the-wall behavior, but when he's in the ring, he delivers. His left hook is still one of the most dangerous weapons in boxing, and his speed can change a fight in an instant. He knows Rolando is trying to get in his head, and if there's one thing Garcia thrives on, it's turning doubt into motivation.
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is going to be a big event. And sadly, it may destroy Devin Haney's and Lomachenko's destroy their number.
What makes this fight even more intense is that it almost didn't happen. These two were supposed to fight before, but Rolando backed out to face Pitbull Cruz instead. That decision backfired spectacularly, and now he's crawling back into Garcia's orbit, hoping to rewrite history. But Garcia isn't in a forgiving mood. He sees this as a chance to humiliate Rolando in the same way Pitbull did. If he gets the knockout, Rolando's stock takes another massive hit, and his reputation as a big talker who can't back it up in the ring will be sealed.
All I can say for a fact is I'm never going to be on the Devin Haney on the card.
While both men are known for their aggressive styles, their approaches to this fight couldn't be more different. Garcia is stepping in with a mix of anger and a need for redemption. He's been sidelined for a year, forced to watch as the boxing world moved on without him. Now he's back, and he wants to make a statement. A dominant win over Rolando doesn't just get him back in the mix, it puts him right back at the top of the conversation. Rolando, on the other hand, is fighting for survival. A loss here doesn't just set him back, it could push him into irrelevance. He already has a reputation as an over-the-top trash talker who struggles against elite competition. If Garcia runs through him, his credibility takes a hit that might be impossible to recover from. He needs this win in a way Garcia doesn't. For Rolando, this is about staying relevant. For Garcia, it's about reclaiming his spot as one of boxing's biggest stars.
Twice, and there's always it's gonna be. I mean, that fight will sell out. I know that fight will sell out. That's one of those mega fights that me and Ryan. That's a fight I'm definitely interested.
Garcia, known for his blistering speed and devastating left hook, is confident he will make a statement, promising to put Romero to sleep. While his main focus is on the fight ahead, there's no denying that a potential rematch with Devin Haney is on his mind, adding another layer of drama to the already heated build-up. The card itself is stacked, with Teofimo Lopez defending his WBO super lightweight title against Arnold Barboza Jr. and Devin Haney taking on former champion Jose Ramirez.
Boy, Rolly. Cool. Give him a little message. Give him a little message, man. What's up with Ryan?
No Vaseline.
You heard?
But the real spotlight is on Garcia and Romero, two fighters with big personalities and even bigger ambitions. Romero sees Garcia as the perfect opportunity to get back in the limelight, but Garcia has other plans. He's coming off a controversial win over Haney, a fight where he dominated with multiple knockdowns, only for the result to be overshadowed by a positive test for Osterine. Now, with his suspension nearly served, he's eager to remind everyone why he's one of the most talked about names in boxing.
It's gonna be a good fight. No? You think? Huh? Someone's gonna get knocked out. Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out. Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both. I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it.
At the press conference, Garcia's confidence was on full display. When asked how long Romero would last in the ring with him, he didn't hesitate. While he made it clear he's taking the fight seriously, his real focus is on the rematch with Haney. That doesn't mean he's looking past Romero. He emphasized that he plans to train hard and take care of business on May 2nd. But in his mind, he already knows how this fight will end. I put Rolando to sleep with a left hook, that's it. That's what you're going to see. Period, he declared, leaving no doubt that he's coming to deliver a highlight reel knockout.
He just said he's looking past you to fight Devin Haney. That doesn't concern you at all?
I think Devin should get the fight again.
But he said he's not even worried about you. He's not even thinking about you. He's looking forward to that fight.
One of the more surprising developments leading into this fight is Garcia's decision to have his father, Henry Garcia, as his lead trainer. Originally, Garcia was set to train under Eddie Reynoso, who had previously guided him during a successful stretch in his career. However, with Reynoso fully committed to Canelo Alvarez's undisputed super middleweight fight on May 3rd, Garcia had to make other arrangements. Rather than bringing in another big-name trainer, he's chosen to stick with family, a move that has raised some eyebrows. Still, Garcia insists it's the best decision for this fight. Circumstances just didn't work out this time around, he told Ring magazine. So I'll be training with my dad for this one.
A lot of back and forth between you and Ryan Garcia. What are your thoughts and what message would you send him right now, brother?
I have no thoughts. He's not a boxer. Of course, thank you.
It's an interesting choice, especially given Garcia's history of switching trainers. Over the years, he's worked with Reynoso, Joe Goosen, and most recently Derek James, who was in his corner for the Haney fight. James helped guide him to a career-defining win, but with the fight, ultimately ruled a no contest due to his failed test Garcia was left in limbo. A return to Reynoso seemed like the logical step, but with Canelo's schedule conflicting, he's opted to rely on his father's guidance. Garcia has expressed nothing but appreciation for training with Reynoso again, saying it felt natural and familiar. But as fight night approaches, the real question is whether this last-minute adjustment in his corner will affect his performance. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez, another fighter on the May 2nd card, has also been training with Reynoso, though it remains unclear if Reynoso will be in his corner on fight night. Lopez has been vocal about wanting to face Garcia at some point, and Garcia has reciprocated that interest. When asked about future fights beyond Romero and Haney, Garcia didn't hesitate to name Lopez as someone he wants to fight. "Teo, right there. I want that. You know I want that," he said. If Garcia gets past Romero and Haney, a showdown with Lopez could be one of the biggest fights in boxing.